Hello, good morning. I come from Humanitas University in Milano, but I am here as president of the World Federation of Neurological Surgeons. There are 45,000 neurosurgeons all over the world, which are together in 133 member societies like a world organization. We have memberships from 18 societies in Africa, 26 in Asia, and so on. But the largest contribution to the World Federation as a number of societies, Europe, with 45 societies. Which is the worldwide scenario for neurosurgery? How many neurosurgeons do we have all around the world? This is the world map according to the number of surgeons, not neurosurgeons. So if you look at this map, this is Africa, this is US, this is Japan. So Japan is about 6 times bigger than all Africa. So the number of surgeons is lacking all over the world. But if we go to neurosurgery, Key Park is here, and he put into the website of the World Federation the number of neurosurgeons available for 100,000 population, and you can go to the map and click, and if you do it, these are the numbers. We think that the target is 1 neurosurgeon per 100,000 population. United States is 1.6, a bit more than needed. Germany is 1.5, Italy is 1.4, but France, for instance, is 0.6, and United Kingdom is 0.35. So even in Europe, there are big disparities in number of neurosurgeons, but then in the world, you see Congo here. Congo is 0.005. Means very little. I will show you. India is 1 neurosurgeon every 800,000 people. So there are disparities. I give you the example of Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo is 75 million. There are only 5 neurosurgeons all over the country, plus 2 neurosurgeons traveling to operate in Congo. So very little. How can we speak about treating head injuries in a country where we have only 5 neurosurgeons for all over the country? Which is the epidemiology of TBI? You have already seen these slides. If we go all around the world, TBI is extremely important, but even in Europe is the first cause of death between 4 and 44 years. And these are the numbers, you have already seen them, but Europe is divided into 2 parts, not only because of the incidents. In south of Europe, including Germany, the first cause of trauma is car or motorbike. In North Europe is fall, obviously ice fall or drinking fall, we don't know what's about, but that part is fall, that part is traffic accident. The world, as you have already seen, is divided into 2 parts. The Western countries, including Europe, Japan, Australia, the main cause is fall in elderly. And the age of our patient is increasing tremendously, as you see it here. From 25 to 45 years, mean age in 20 years. So we have elderly patients. And one of the reasons is protection. This is my country, and you see the helmet law introduction in 2003. This is the number of patients admitted to neurosurgery after TBI between 20 and 25 years, 1/3. So one simple measure, using crash helmet, decrease the number by 2/3. But this is the world. Road traffic accidents are going to be the 5th cause of death in the world. Already Walt has told you about, look at these pictures. If you have 6 people driving a motorbike without helmets, we know that these people, if they have a crash, it's a problem for all of them. So we have a big increase of TBI in developing countries due to road traffic accident without protection. But which is the workload for trauma for neurosurgeons, which is the part of our work? If you look at the world, this is being given by me by the group of Key Park. You see that 45% of surgery all over the world is due to traumatic brain injury. So it's a huge part of our work as neurosurgeons. If we go to Japan, which is a country where the patients are in elderly, most of them, 23% of the work in Japan is done for neurotrauma, and in Europe, we have data about 15 to 35%. So about 1/5 of our work in Europe is due to traumatic brain injury. So for us as neurosurgeons is an important work. And this is what the two speakers have already said. We need to treat the patient from here to there with acute, early acute, post-acute, and then rehabilitation and social integration of our patient. This cost is tremendous. In the first year is around 300,000 euros. There are only 4 countries in the world which provide free care for 1 year for every patient with a traumatic brain injury in coma. All 4 countries are from Europe. So you have to consider that in most of the countries in the world, this is not paid. The patient has to pay by himself. So the only very few countries provide rehabilitation without payments. So this is difficult. To conclude, what do we have to need to improve this situation? First of all, we need bridges between countries with more facilities and countries with less facilities. If we have, this is our intensive care unit, you look very nice, 1 nurse, 1 patient, everything working. This is Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. This is the part where they do have ventilators. This is the part where they don't have ventilators because they have finished. So this is the world, it's so different. So we need to train more people from countries with limited resources. We need to facilitate access to our papers. This is Acta Neurochirurgica, the journal of the European Association. You see that for the first time this year, countries with low income from the World Bank have free access to Acta Neurochirurgica. So we decided to give free access to the journal to the people who cannot pay for it. Just to move to the end, we also have a system in the World Federation when we can donate instruments to operate, drills, instruments for operating, microscopes, and these are the donations we have done. So we need to combine better education and qualification, more neurosurgeons from targeted countries, and then we can give them instruments to work. Thank you.